One of the most important things I would recommend is if you're out on the sidewalk, pretend like you're a neighborhood kid. How hard would it be for you to end up in the pool? Basically, the first thing I look at is the pedestrian gate, which is your 4-foot gate usually. Sometimes it's a little oversized. First thing we're going to do is we open it up, big enough for someone to walk through. I'm going to let it go. It should self-close and latch. When it comes to pool safety, it's either black or white. There's no gray area because it's life safety. We're here for the safety of children, adults, anybody from drowning in the pool.
Retired Phoenix firefighter over 20 years. I've been on 8 drownings, 7 near drownings, and 100% of those could have been prevented. And so my sole purpose of starting my business, Arizona Pool Fence, was to try to prevent drownings.
Strider was 11 months old. He was at home with his dad while I was at work and was left unattended by the pool in his walker. He fell in. We don't know how long he was in the water.
So typically when people have a new pool, it goes time and kids, they still have kids, are growing up, they have neighbor kids that come over. They tend not to check the barrier systems. So the self-closing doors can wear out. The barriers they will take down eventually because they get, in a way, complacent. And so they think, oh, it's not going to happen to me.
You don't hear of happy endings when a child falls in a swimming pool. So that's why I like to tell this story, because it's, he's a miracle, and CPR is so important. If my neighbor had not known CPR, this story would be very different.
We usually require a homeowner's home at the time of this inspection just so they can operate doors and windows. A window this size, you can look inside. I've got a latch here, and I've got one right here. This latch here is above 54 inches. This window's code compliant without any modifications. Arizona State requires a 5-foot fence, so do we. All gates and doors have to open away from the pool area. I believe the reasoning behind that is if a kid's on the gate and it opens, if he drops down, it's going to close and latch. If it were to swing in, he could drop down, he'd be obstructing it from closing.
Maybe I prefer if you know how to swim, then you might not need a lifeguard. But if you probably don't know how to swim, then you probably need your dad or your mom to watch you.
There's just nothing is more important than watching your children and never for a second letting them out of your sight.
Once we final a house, at that point they're allowed to finish the pebble tech or the pre-plaster, and they can fill it with water. When we sign off and leave you a green tag, at that point your house is code compliant. It's up to the responsibility of the property owner, the homeowner, to maintain the barriers and make sure they're in good working order as if the day we left.
Look at the ABCs of drowning: awareness, barriers, and swim classes.
When the news kicks on and you hear about near drowning or drowning happening, it turns your stomach, and you're wondering where it's at. You got to pay attention, and you want to find out why it happened. And once you know why it happened, hopefully we can help prevent it in the future.
Strider is the sweetest child. He is wickedly smart. He is the absolute love of my life. He is my reason every single day. And, it's just the two of us, and that's okay. We have a pretty good life, don't we, buddy?